2:36 in the studios of WAVS Radio, 2:36 in South Florida, and it's that time of afternoon when we have the love segment here with Pastor Wiz. And this afternoon, Pastor Wiz will be talking about love finds the good. And in Ephesians 4:26, it tells us, "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up." Now here's Pastor Wiz to tell us that love finds the good.
A word of encouragement can change a person's life forever. The Bible commands us to encourage one another daily and build each other up. There are a few key ways you can maximize this opportunity in your marriage. Public adoration. Whether on stage with a microphone or in a small room at a dinner party, you'll have prime opportunities to honor your spouse. It is vital that you take advantage of these moments to praise them in front of others. Private appreciation. In daily conversations around family and friends, it's important to build up your spouse knowing they will eventually hear about it. Personal admiration. Whether over a romantic dinner or when whispering in bed, it's good for your spouse to hear you personally encourage them. Share how God uses them. Thank them for being who they are. Say the words they long to hear. "I'm so glad I married you. I am still in love with you. I am so privileged to have you in my life." And you're talking about, I was talking about personal admiration. It's all well and good, when, you're going with somebody or you're married to somebody and at a quiet moment in a private setting, they'll be able to shower you with all the nicest words. Mm-hmm. But, you go out someplace public and they put you to sit in a corner and for the whole night they're with everybody else besides you, and that's not a good feeling.
That's not a good feeling. I don't think, Pastor Wiz.
That's not a good feeling.
No, that's not.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's unfortunate because things like that can change a person's life forever. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, and you can create scars that will come back to haunt you. Mm-hmm. And so we just want to encourage folks this afternoon, to just appreciate your spouse. I mean, you can do public adoration. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I mean, like if you go out someplace, like when I'm out someplace, if I'm singing someplace or whatever, I always acknowledge my beautiful bride.
And I thank
always
you for
do.
that. Yes,
always
you
do.
always do.
Always recognize her.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
and I do give thanks for that. Because I realize that many people really don't. They have never had that. Mm-hmm. So I really do give thanks for that.
I mean, when you can say to your spouse, I'm in love with you, mm-hmm. because I love you and I am in love with you are two different
things. That's right. People mix them up.
Two different things.
You can love everybody, but when you're in love with your spouse, it's certainly different from just loving her. Yeah. And if you're not in love with her, then you're going to have a problem, or with him for that matter.
Well, the relationship is going to be topsy-turvy,
Right.
When you can tell your spouse, I'm glad I married you, I'm so privileged to have you in my life, because this lets your spouse know that, they are important.
Important. All right, Pastor Wiz. Get it out there.
You're so very, very, very important in my life.
That's right.
You see, and that's very, 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 important that you let your spouse know just how important, because folks get married to folks. And I mean, for all different kinds of reasons. That's right. One lady called up and she says, I feel like, this man married to me just for convenience.
Yeah, she called us last week.
Yeah, and she says, well,
off air. She didn't tell us that on air, but yes.
And this is the kind of things that go on sometimes, when folks get married to folks because maybe they have a good job and they're making a lot of money. And financially, they can pay some bills, or they're coming like how do you say?
Come on.
They come like, they can take care of you. You can get someplace to stay, and you get some food, and you get some bills paid, and you run around and be la-di-da-di.
But listen to this now. Things don't stay the same always. So if you lose that, whatever it was that brought you into the relationship and that is gone, then you'll have nothing else.
But this is what I'm saying. The point of the matter is that what brought you into the relationship was blasé to begin with, because you got into the relationship because this person was making some money and maybe could take care of you and that sort of thing. And you know, that's just not the right way to go about doing things. Yeah, you know, and so if you don't go into the relationship based on, you know, this is why I married a woman that I love.
And I married a man that I love.
Because, you know, money will come, money will go. But, you know, when you marry someone because you love, you care about that person, you love that person.
For
you want
better
to spend,
or for worse.
Right, you want to spend time with that person. You enjoy being around that person. Then you will have a more fulfilling life no matter what comes along, you know, because they say sometimes poverty knocks at the door and love flies out the window.
That's right.
But, you know, through the ups and downs, you know that love will keep you together. Love for one another will bind you. And most important, if you put Jesus at the center of your life, then it would really stick like crazy glue.
Really, really. Well, we'll just put a cap on it right now, Pastor Wiz. You said that just right. So tune in next week, Tuesday afternoon, for another segment, the love segment, right here on WAVS Radio. And Pastor Wiz is going to give me a kiss just to get this right.
I want you to look in the camera right there and give me a good smack.
Listen, folks, you can go to YouTube. Love Lives in Me Too. And you can view this segment here as it's happening in WAVS Radio in the studios.
In real time.
It will be in real, well, yes. You can watch us and everything and see everything that goes on in the segments here on WAVS Radio, the love segment. Love Lives in Me Too. All right, we'll come back with our guests from Grace Funeral Chapel, Pastor Dan, coming right up in just a few minutes.